Welcome back, Commanders. Today we are moving in from day 100 to 101. And while there doesn't feel like there should be a lot going on, there are a couple things to just kind of cover and take a look at. With the missiles coming out, we are seeing not a shift, but we are seeing some opportunities that we hadn't seen before. In our arena, specifically, you are seeing massive, fast growth again. Justice leading the pack at 35.1 million. I should look up previous days, but I feel like that is climbing quite steadily. Same with Mitrovic and Havoc. They are both going up, but in our own backyard, we do have Shirk that has jumped quite a bit at 32.2 million. Now, what's exciting about that is that while he has not fully invested into missiles, he has enough in there to become competitive and has shown that a good / strong missiles can take air, even though air can be a couple of million ahead. And he showed that a little bit earlier with one of his attempts. He was actually just testing it and it came through. So let me go ahead and pull that up. So what we have here, we have a battle report between Shirk and Mitrovic as he was testing his missiles out. Mitrovic is no joke. I mean, 34.5 million. He has his stuff geared correctly, the whole thing. And the missile, or Lion Cub, has just really launched recently. When I say recently, like yesterday. And so to be able to get her up and going, you did need to be ready for this. The other thing to take a look at is, again, the gear is in his favor, but the power skills and the skills that you have, he's going up against maxed skills in the air. I really take a look at that. Those, I mean, everything is maxed. Nothing more you can do with it. So a skill score in the 20s, while he does have a couple maxed, he's still down in the 20s and teens and 9, even on a few of these, to take a look at. And his wall and everything else is going to be lower than Mitrovic the entire way across. I mean, look at the decos, 3 million to 1.6. He's down on the units, and the wall of honor for air is level 530. I mean, the wall of honor for missiles for Shirk is 87. So it's something to keep in mind. This is where it really comes back to, again, when they talk about having a squad that can counter another. Even in the skill chips, you'll see 3, 4, 4, 4. And then in Shirk's, it's 3, 3, 3, 2. And lower on the drone. I mean, lower all the way across. So does that mean that everybody needs to go out and switch to missiles right away? No, I don't believe it does. I believe that this, again, just shows the disparity or discrepancy between how much you spend and what you're able to do. I always try to tell people, and this is just my point of view or how I see it, if you're free to play, just stay tanks. Don't try to jump up into air. Don't try to do anything else. Just accept that you're a tank and do the most you can with your tanks and make them super strong. That will, at least you can have fun if you have some strong squads. If you're somebody that spends between 5 to 40 or 5 to 50, then, take a look at air. Air would seem to make the most sense, right? Because then at least you can just dumpster the free-to-play players. And that's fun too. You have a counter to all of the free-to-play players. And then if you are somebody that spends more than that, then you are able to grab a missile squad. And that missile squad will then dump on the spenders that are between the 5 and 50 category if you really deck out your missiles, which is going to be expensive because more than likely on the way up here, you put a lot of money into your air. And so then you'll have an air backup and move into that. Now, what I don't know that will happen, and I don't think it can happen, is that tanks are the counter to missiles. So, again, if you go too lightweight into missile, if you don't really spend enough into missile, then any free-to-play player in a tank will just come and roll you over. Now, if you spend enough, then obviously there's nothing a free-to-play player can do. They're just, you can't beat it. The credit card spirit bomb reigns supreme. You will always lose. And so it's just, to me, it's exciting because now what's happening is we've already seen this. I've had this happen to me. I've taken a missile squad in and hit a couple people in air, and then they have come back and hit me with a tank squad and then had to switch back to air, because if they left their tank squad out, then that meant in Arena that the air squads would start beating them. So now it's a real game of, cat and mouse the whole way through with what people are doing. It gives them like, it's causing strategy, but also what it causes is headaches, because there is no easy way to switch your gear in and out. So you just get absolutely stuck. If you're not on top of it, trying to move your gear back and forth is not fun. And then trying to time it with your wanted hits so that your arena's not left open, it starts to turn into a bit of a nightmare. So this is what my battle record looks like recently. The top 3 and 4 are still hitting me. People from underneath that, not so much. So because I am running a really silly hybrid squad, because I don't have full financial capabilities to run a really healthy missile squad, and it's mostly due to my skills. My skills just are not up there. And so with the glittering event, I am actually purchasing more skills, and will continue to do so in hopes to build that up. So my squad looks like this. I've got 2 planes in the front and then the 3 missiles in the back. And what we're seeing, or what I'm seeing, is that this is a lot of fun for me. I mean, you win the ones you're supposed to win, you lose the ones you're supposed to lose. But what it also does, unfortunately, though, is it splits up my chips. The idea for me is that if I can keep my planes shielded at the start to give them a chance, or to give my missiles a chance to launch, then hopefully it'll melt the other side down before they get back to me. So it kind of looked like the following. So if I just jump in, I still have 8 minutes, so there's more than enough time. So if I jump in, I hit my challenge. Let's go challenge. There we go. All right, so if I go after Abdullah here. And, okay, so this is all tanks. Now, because they're level 140, I'm not too worried. If they were level 150, I could be in some trouble. But what I'm hoping again, and this won't happen because I should be overpowered. If I lose this, then I need to rethink everything. But what I am, oh, dude, I forgot I'm running Schuler up front. I'm an idiot. I do need to change this. If I lose, I deserve to lose. My thought with putting Schuler up front was that she attacks the back. She could get a stun. My missiles could shoot. It's bad. That's just bad thinking. I'm sure that there's a world where that works. That world is just not the one I live in. So let's go ahead and take a look at doing this the way that I'm supposed to. I didn't even mean to hit refresh. Dude, falling apart. Okay, what I want to do is run that gal right there. And I also, wow, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, she's supposed to be there. He's supposed to be there. You're not there. You're supposed to be there. Man, I was running a train wreck there. All right, so the idea here is that this should be a win, even if we were closer in power. Oh, rankings changed. Well, that's what I get for being slow. All right, let's jump back in again. Well, I can't hit System Mama. And I like Qatar Hot Rod. Get back in this. I don't want to hit him. I like him. I'll lose to these guys. Now. All right, Justice. Let's see if I'm getting any close. Nah, that's just going to be dumb. Oh, who cares? It's always good to just hit the top, see where we're at. And when I say top, I mean he's 35, so he's a good 7 million above me. I didn't even see his. I'm sure his chips are just stacked. So, yeah, all my guys are just taking beatings. All right, so that's what it looks like. That anytime that you think like, oh, hey, that guy's a whale, he's at 28.7. No, 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 no. This is a whale. A whale is at 35.1. And the difference in that 7 million is substantial. I mean, you just saw a 23-second beatdown or whatever that was. That's what we're looking at. That's what happens out in World PvP on the weekends. All right. Jump back into these. Knock these through. Like I said, I'm hoping by tomorrow or the day after, I have a little bit better of a chip setup. And I'm really, really hoping that I have some more skill points to spend, that I can build up my missiles. I just enjoy missiles. I think the way that they look when they're firing and everything else is awesome. I realize that that's not how you're supposed to build a team or a squad or anything, but since I know I'm not going to get top 3, then I might as well enjoy the way that it looks. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not attacking anybody there except for here, because System Mama needs to stay in that top 10. We still have 4 minutes. Not a problem. And then I will talk about another subject here in a second, and that is about recruiting and what we're looking to do to recruit and just kind of the weird faux pas that go around it. Things that we're still working through or don't know what to do and are hoping that we can do appropriately so as not to cause too much more turmoil. All right, let's go Zon. Zon, I'm sure you're a very nice person. But let's just get through this. All right, 3 minutes. I'll just knock these out. Yeah, see this ranking 4, man? That's just, you're asking for problems. I'm going to wait a minute and just see if anybody will overtake me. I still have three hits. Anytime you get up to 4, though, these guys just all will try to knock you as far back as they can. So I'm just going to jump back out. Jump back in. Okay, it still hasn't changed. I still have 3 attempts. 1378, dude. All right. You know what? They're going to hit me no matter what. I might as well just start building up on the points. Pugger, I'm sorry. I know that you're friends with Sister Mama. Oh, actually, who knows? You might. I should never say sorry because there's always a chance that I lose. That happens. All right, and 2 more. And let's just get 1 more and be done. 1404. I am surprised that these guys aren't further up. Okay, so some of the things we're running into, I'll make it a separate video. Because, again, we are getting ready to start growing. That's our goal going into Season 1. And so how do you grow and recruit from a server that's already pretty settled without it looking like poaching or without people feeling guilt of leaving where they're at? It's something that we are getting ready to look at and maneuver. This whole like server guilt or alliance guilt, it's real. You know, people feel it as they're going through. All right, Volvo. It's been a long time since I've seen Volvo Lion. All right, there we go. We're all done. So I'm just going to lead us into day 101 here in a second. We will take a look, and like I said, in Arena, you can see the growth. The growth is going crazy. I'm going to start looking for some other pictures, but I will start screenshotting these so that you can see each day of the growth, so we can go from there. Yeah, this is exciting. I mean, to see this kind of power build, it's great. Okay, and let's go ahead and jump in to see what we have. Nope. Resource mega pack, there we go. And we're looking at, again, Warriors Battle. Energy Loot is still the same. Gunfire Tempest is still there. And Glittering Market. So none of that has really changed. That's all staying the same all the way through. And again, Desert Storm, Winter Storm, Arms Race. I guess just from buying that, it's there. Alliance, all there. Yeah, nothing new. Okay, so I'm going to come back in just a few minutes and talk about how to grow, or how we're thinking we're going to grow, and what we want to do. All right, until next time, Commanders.